After 3 years of devastating job losses, home foreclosures, and of course the near death of the auto industry, new Federal Reserve data now show that Michigan's economic recovery is on track to outpace all 50 states during the next 6 months. Republican Governor Rick Snyder of Michigan joins me now straight from a hearing on Capitol Hill. Governor Snyder, thank you very much, and congratulations, because this turnaround has been a real team effort. Republicans and Democrats, I think, in the state have really worked very, very hard. What has been the key factor that you think has led to the decline from an 11.1 unemployment rate at the worst point down now to 9.3? Not great, but it's improvement.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you asking, Andrea, and it's really about teamwork. We have a different philosophy in Michigan than the rest of the country, and I call it relentless positive action. We basically have a philosophy where we don't blame anyone for anything, we don't take credit for anything, and we just find common grounds and solve problems. Because we have so many solvable problems, and why not focus on that instead of, spending time on divisive issues?
We've just come out of a Florida primary. I did want to quickly find out, as we head towards Michigan and the next races there, with big advantages for Mitt Romney, born in Michigan, obviously the son of a former Michigan governor. Are you ready to endorse?
I'm getting close. I would say in the next week I'll be looking at it. And in fact, I told people early on I wouldn't do anything until 30 days before, because I stay focused on Michigan issues primarily. This is an important issue, so I want to narrow the window where I'd be involved on the national side.
Well, it's pretty clear that you would end up, Mitt Romney now looks like he is more likely to be the nominee than Newt Gingrich. It was a very decisive victory in Florida, which is such a diverse state. Is there any way you would go against Mitt Romney in his home state before the Michigan vote?
Well, again, I'm still coming to a decision, but hopefully pretty soon we'll have that out in
You seem to
public.
be showing a little bit of, I'm going to just infer from that we're going to be hearing an endorsement for Mitt Romney from Governor Snyder, but I know you're not ready to say that yet. Let me ask you about I know you had some meetings on the Hill with Democrats for all the bipartisan effort that has taken place in Michigan. There's a real big issue about this emergency manager law that would actually take power away from the city of Detroit. The Mayor Bing is against it, John Conyers is against it, John Dingell is against it. You've got a lot of Democrats in Michigan who are very, very upset about that. Have you reached any kind of negotiated solution?
Well,
or are you willing to back off?
Well, I think we've got a good law. We put that in place, and it dealt with two issues. One is there was no early warning system about financial issues, because the best thing to do is to avoid it. And so we put in a system to identify communities that have issues ahead of time and help work with them so we don't get to the emergency manager. But then the other piece is we've had emergency manager laws going back to Governor Blanchard some time ago, but they didn't have enough powers, and your only other option would have been bankruptcy. So the idea is, let's empower them to have more ability to come in, solve the problem, get out, and get the community running their own community again.
But doesn't this freeze investment when you have this law hanging over the head of potential investors? Some have already come in to try to do more in Detroit. What is the percentage for them to get in when they see this law hang over their head?
I think this law actually encourages investors to be more proactive, in the sense that they know it would be a shorter time that you're going to have this kind of difficult situation going on. Because the faster and better you resolve the issue, it gives investors more certainty and the ability to get excited. Detroit has so many great things going. We don't talk about that enough. Let's get this issue behind us, and you're going to see Detroit make a big comeback, assuming we resolve this, and we will resolve it.
And one of the things that you're noted for is having a very proactive view about immigration, and to get workers in, and to have revisions to the H-1B visa status state of play. Are you at all concerned that Mitt Romney has painted himself into a corner on immigration as he heads out of these primaries, and in a general election really is going to have to moderate his point of view?
Well, I encourage everyone to look at ways to be more proactive on the positive parts of immigration. And the one I'm really focused on, in addition to H-1B, is the concept of a STEM green card. For science, technology, engineering, and math, particularly someone with a PhD. Right now they come get an education here, and then we tell them to get out.
Right.
That's dumb. They're actually job creators. And in my prior life, I did startup companies, trying to keep some of those faculty members and those students here to build companies. I think we should do very narrow legislation to show that both sides can work together and create a STEM green card, because it would be a job generator and a job creator for all Americans.
Thanks so much, Governor Snyder.
Great.
To be continued. That could be a conversation with Governor Romney as well. Thank you.
Thank you.